Good morning. Welcome to our next mindful momentum moment. Really happy to be back. Happy New Year. Say hello if you're here live. This is an unscheduled Facebook Live, and I'm also streaming live on YouTube. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Say hello. Happy New Year. Happy January. All the things. So, today's topic is all about how we wrap up our week. It's Friday. Normally, I do these midweek, kind of as a midweek boost or check in. But today I chose to do it on Friday because I was recently recording a summit presentation and I was sharing my Finish It Friday workflow or process with that summit, which is coming up in March. So stay tuned for that. You'll have a chance to watch that for free with your summit pass. So I'll be sharing that soon. It's called the Creator Workflow Summit, and I'm really honored and excited to be a part of it. But I just want to check in with you. Do you have a weekly wrap up routine? That is something I've been teaching clients to do ever since my first course called Save Your Sanity. And it's evolved, and I have a few different ways that I do it. And sometimes I switch in between them because our brains like novelty. So, as humans, new things are exciting. So, sometimes it's helpful to change things up a little bit. But my Finish It Friday routine, which, like I said, more details when that presentation goes live. But part of it has to do with allowing myself some overflow time. So, if you don't know this about me yet, I'm a mom of 3 children. All of them have multiple medical diagnoses. And so life can be unpredictable. And I need in my business flexibility. Some weeks have a lot of appointments, doctor appointments, and whatnot, and some weeks don't. And so things never look quite the same. Or, as you know, if you're a parent, kids get sick, you get sick, other things come up. And so I'm someone who, although I love routine and having things scheduled and planned, I also, by necessity, need for flexibility. So I built into my schedule Finish It Friday, which includes that overflow time. Some people call it white space, buffer, margins, overflow, whatever you want to call it is fine. But do you have a time in your week where you allocate for that overflow so that you build in time to kind of wrap up what wasn't accomplished yet in your week? So maybe you planned out your week on Monday and you had a schedule all set for yourself, and then someone got sick or something else unexpected came up, and you get to Friday, and tell me if you can relate to this feeling of feeling like you're frustrated, you're overwhelmed, you didn't get anything done that you wanted to, and you're left feeling defeated or frustrated. If you can relate, post that here. Just so you know you're not alone. Like, I'll tell you, you're not alone. And that's why I developed this system for myself, this workflow, because I was repeatedly frustrated by the end of the week that things didn't go the way I thought they would, and that I didn't feel like I was making progress. And so that is what we're talking about today. Do you have overflow time? So I block mine out, and this is just an example. You can obviously customize this, personalize it to fit with your needs. But I block mine out Friday afternoon. It is on my calendar so that I can't schedule other appointments. And yes, I allow flexibility when needed. Every once in a while, there's a doctor that's like, I'm only in the office 2 Fridays a month. And so you got to do what you got to do. But for the most part, I block out a 2-hour chunk on my Friday afternoons. And again, that can be flexible. It could be 1 hour some weeks or longer on other weeks. And in that time, I account for that overflow time. So if things didn't get done earlier in the week that were my top 3 priority, so this is my January mindful momentum pages. And I started planning my week for next week. We do that in our guided planning sessions, and I already mapped out my meal plan for next week. And I always consider my top 3. What are my top 3? They're my top 3 priorities. So at the beginning of the week or over the weekend before the week starts, I like to identify what's most important to me. What are the things that I want to get done that no matter what else happens, those are the main 3 things that I want to accomplish. And this could be for business. It can also be for personal life, for health, whatever it is. And so coming into my new week, I'll have 3 new ones. Now, fast forward to the end of the week, Friday, I work a typical Monday to Friday, usually. And so I do my overflow time on Friday because when I get to Friday morning, like today, and I look at my top 3, if I don't have check marks, so here, let's go to this week's. So this is this week's plan. I had 3 top things. Prep for my workshop, which I did a workshop for our Mindful Momentum Box owners. And so I needed to get that ready and finished. I also had a summit presentation that I'm referring to here that I needed to finish and submit. And then I want to get my lead magnet ready to go because next week I'm participating in a Facebook ads bootcamp. So those are my top 3. And now I have one that was not checked off yet. So no problem. It's Friday. I check in with myself on my top 3, and I know that I have that overflow time scheduled. So that's kind of like my catch-all. Is that what it's called? Where I know that if I didn't get something done, I can then already know I have that allocated for that time. So this afternoon, if I don't get to it sooner today, this afternoon, I will make sure that my lead magnet is prepped and ready to go. It's already created. I just need to check on it, make sure that it's ready for next week. So, do you have a system like that for yourself? Do you have somewhere that you allocate time as a buffer? And my built in incentive or motivator with my finish it Friday time is that get it, finish it Friday. So I finish it on Friday if it's not already finished. There's more to that workflow, but that's a big piece of it. But the built in motivator is that if, say, I had all 3 things done and checked off in my plan, then that block of time becomes free time. And so that motivates me earlier in the week to, as much as possible, get that done. So if I'm feeling like I want to procrastinate, my brain is telling me that it doesn't want to get started, I remind myself that, well, if I just get started now, make progress on this, then that chunk of time on Friday afternoon can be used for free time. And then I can choose whatever I want to do in that space. I could continue working on my business if I really wanted to, but more often I choose that to rest and relax. Before my kids get home from school on Friday afternoon and the weekend starts, I shift into mom mode, full-time mom mode. Obviously, they're home for the weekend, and we have a 3-day weekend coming up. So I intentionally choose as much as possible to have some downtime on Friday afternoons so I can read for a few minutes or go for a walk or crochet or whatever else just kind of recharges me so that when they do come home, I don't feel overwhelmed or frustrated as much as possible, right? This is an ideal situation, but I want to be present with my kids. That's my word of the year this year, which, by the way, if you have a word of the year, let me know what it is. Mine is present. So I want to be present when they're here. I want to be a present, attentive mom as much as I can. And I can achieve that when I give myself that buffer, that downtime before they come home. So I'm not entering that space feeling depleted. Again, it's not perfect. Yes, I'm tired on Friday afternoons in general from everything that went on that week. So that's another reason to have that downtime, even if it's just 15, 20 minutes, it really does make a difference. So, where can you fit in those pockets of rest and build those into your day, to your week? So, what is your routine? Do you have a weekly wrap up routine or workflow? Share it with us. Community is great because we can learn from each other. So, post it here, share what works for you. If you have any questions, let me know. And any other topics that you want me to come speak about in future mindful momentum moments, just let me know. Next week, I will be revealing January's box. So it's a little bit out of reach, but January's mindful momentum box, we'll unbox it together. You can see what was sent out this month, and there will be an opportunity for you to join us if you would like for February. So excited for all that's to come 2026. I just feel like it's going to be a great year. I told my members this morning on our live guided planning session that I'm moving with purpose. I got that phrase from a workout I did this morning on my treadmill. The instructor talked about moving with purpose on the treadmill, but I'm carrying that into life and business too. I want to be moving with purpose this year. And so if you are with me, come back every week. I will be going live for a mindful momentum moment. These replays live in the Facebook group and on YouTube. YouTube permanently, Facebook group, I think for 30 days before they are automatically deleted. So join us. Tell me how I can support you. And I'm wishing you a great weekend, restful, relaxing weekend. And I'll see you back here next week.